behind me, that's the train station I'm about to take to Swiss Alps, to Grindelwald. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to 2 hours approximately just to take train ride to go over there. Guys, behind me, this is where the Zurich Switzerland tours are, and this is where you could buy your train pass. You could buy individual train tickets, but they happen to be a little bit more expensive. I ended up buying Swiss pass for the entire country of Switzerland, and then there's my ticket. They also give you like a little survey to take after. Since Zurich HB train station is one of the largest ones here in Switzerland, you got to be careful where you're going.
Abfahrt 14:21 verkehrt auf Gleis.
If you by accident get on the wrong train or on a wrong route, you will be charged 100 Swiss francs as a penalty. So make sure you pay attention to whether you can read German or not. It is your responsibility as a foreigner or local citizen to figure out which train you're supposed to be on. That is something that they do not really tolerate here in Switzerland. One of the other things, when you do buy your pass, like this pass that I bought, it's valid for 8 days anywhere in the country of Switzerland. There's different types of passes you can buy. There are some passes you could buy that are 15 days, 20 days for the entire month, depending on what package you choose. And every package is different. This one right here that I bought, I'm also qualified to go, most of the Switzerland museums, I'm qualified to go for free because I bought this train pass for the next 8 days. And if you need to, go ask at the little kiosk. And just find out what are the best options for you. This is just what I chose. You might be choosing something completely different, so I don't want to recommend you the wrong thing. Just know that if you're going to buy a pass, you are getting a lot more for your money.
Stein unten, steigen bitte um. Next stop, Schwyz. Passengers traveling to Zweisimmen, Frutigen, Kandelstein.
Guys, I'm in Interlaken. We're about to get off. My final stop before I have to go to Grindelwald. Just want to show you, this is my train compartment on the second floor. They do offer a mini bar kitchen that you can order pretty much anything. Every seat's got a plug-in outlet. And then make sure when you're coming to Switzerland, your prone that you're looking for, that you should be looking for, this is what it should look like. It should have 3 prones instead of 2. Some of the European adapters, they're gonna only show you 2 prones, and some of them will work. The tea kettle in Zurich that I used in my hotel room had a 2 prone, but for the most part, if you're gonna plug in your electronic devices, make sure it looks something like this, where it's got 3 prones on it. Most of the outlets here in Switzerland, the 3 prone one, they're gonna be facing like this, downward. Most trains coming from Grindelwald to Interlaken Aust, they're gonna have your table that can be unfolded if you're somebody that's gonna be eating on board. I just got off in Bern. I changed my platform. Sometimes they do that here at the train station. I gotta go to platform 1. Guys, I finally got on my train, the last leg from Bern to Geneva. It's going to be exactly 1 hour and 54-minute trip. It's going to make about 3 or 4 stops along the way. A couple of things I just want to share while it's still fresh on my mind here as we're on the train. They are very helpful both in person and on the screens. They will display if they're going to change the platforms on you, because originally on this trip it was supposed to be platform 3. So 2 things: if you download the SSB app, before you even start your journey, screenshot it to kind of get an idea of the times. And then the second thing is, once you figure out where you're going to go, on your phone, whether it's Android or Apple phone, set up your timer so that way you know if you gotta, say, read or do any kind of work, make sure you set up a time for yourself. That way you're not too distracted, so that way your phone can actually let you know that, okay, there's like 5 minutes before we stop and I gotta get off and change platforms or change stations, to make sure that you stay alert, to make sure you don't miss your stop. The good thing is, some of the train routes, they are going to tell you, they're going to make a public announcement saying that some of the trains platforms, they're going to ask everybody to get off, because certain routes only go certain ways, and so that also helps. And then on the screens as you go through platforms, like I said, my platform was supposed to be 3 to switch to go to Geneva. We actually arrived from Interlaken Aust to Bern on platform 3, so they changed it on us. So periodically check your mobile device as well as you're traveling by train here in Switzerland. It's not complicated, it's not confusing. The times are pretty accurate here. So for instance, we were supposed to leave at 14:02 departure. We left exactly at 14:02, maybe a minute later, but they're very precise on their time. As we get closer to Geneva, I have currently set up timer to be exactly 1 hour and 54 minutes till we arrive. So that also helps, because on this particular route, if you stay on this past Geneva, it's going to take you to Geneva Airport. The one thing you also want to keep in mind as you're traveling by train, whether you choose to do a multi-day pass or if you choose to buy your ticket individually, look at your ticket, because in some cases, especially if you're coming from another country and you're not a Swiss person, unless you download and register your mobile app, a person's going to come by and check your ticket and scan it. Be cautious of that. In my case, I bought an 8-day pass, so on my ticket it's going to say that I'm required to present them with the passport every time. So make sure as you buy your pass, you read the fine print, because if you do not present your pass and your passport, let's say you left it at your hotel, there's a fine each time that you are on board, because that's part of their policy. You must show them your passport ID. Guys, as I said, all of their trains are pretty precise. Right now behind me you see this train that I just rode on. I'm here in downtown Geneva. This train does continue going to Geneva Airport. I gotta show you this. This little pigeon decided to say hi to me. Inside the Geneva train station terminal, there's another Starbucks upstairs.